Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this January the 18th, 2024 daily cryptocurrency, XRP, and blockchain technology video. Remember to bell notification, subscribe to the channel, share it, like it, comment down below to help spread the message and spread the channel and grow the station for your most experienced and honest, straight to the point, super simple and easy to understand the technicals and how to trade this market, Jay. And if you want to help support the channel, you can always become members of Jabroni Killers. And I've had people ask me, and it's an industry cheap, I believe for around $2.69 a month. And if you want to become members of Jabroni Killers, it's very easy. There's a link down below, and we'll just go show you here real quick. It's in all of my video descriptions. Let's go into my my videos. It's all in my video descriptions.
Vincenzo's
Let
Gold.
me get rid of that nonsense. In the video in the video descriptions, more. What is this doing? More, not more apparently. The video description below. I don't know what it's doing right now. It always wants to malfunction whenever I'm doing stuff. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Comment down below. Subscribe to the
Hold on a
channel.
second.
There we go. The video description. It's all right there. Of course, it won't let me show you that way. We're just going to roll with this. But you can see the video descriptions. Join Jabroni Killer support channel. $2.99 a month. Click link below right there. There's how you can become a member of Jabroni Killers. It's an industry best value and the cheapest on YouTube to support a channel. You can use my Robinhood link below or my Coinbase link below or Super Chat to support the channel. And most importantly, give me some comments down below. As you can see, this weekend's market, we've had a little bit of a profit taking after a phenomenal week last week. And if we go and look at what we're talking about with Super Chats and commenting about coins that you want to know, and again, like Trader with Jay, I appreciate that he gave me $5 to support the channel. It's very appreciative. And you can see here, he's understanding what I'm asking you guys. Can you do some TA on Velo? And I will do TA on Velo right now. And if it's not the right Velo, I believe I got the right one this time. Trading with Jay 6931, just let me know. Watkins SRC full. Thanks for the comment. We got another one from I'm That Guy Buddy. If you're still doing TA viewer request, could you do TA on a coin called DIA? My average is 65 cents. I'm wondering how you see it play off. Absolutely. We're going to put that one into here. XRP Ripper Z. You asked about DGB a while ago, and we're going to continue, like I told you, to keep that in our rotation. He's got 800,000 coins, and that's very exciting for him. Joe Armour 3179. Thanks for the comment. One day I would love to get up to Alaska. It seems to be a very beautiful place up there with a lot of things you can do. And then Artie Lopez. He's a longtime follower too. I remember Artie Lopez because he reminds me of Artao Lang Jr. from the old days of the Howard Stern show. My old Italian Artie Lang, great comedian. LCX, we're going to put that into the rotation today too. XUS001. We have put Quant into the rotation too from Belgium. Thanks for commenting. So you can see if you continue to comment down, Tony Carter 3677, nice to see you. Co-Creative Music, he's been on here for a very long time. He's an original OG, and he's a member of Jabroni Killers. You can see by the knife and the man and the silhouette stabbing and knocking down the fleece heisters and shysters. He's been into this for a very long time, and I appreciate your support, my man. I hope everything's going good with you. But you continue to give me these subscriber requests, and we'll continue to pull them up and continue to follow them. So we'll start from the bottom up. LCX was the first coin, and you can see LCX right now. Well, we've been following since the last time. I remember when my buddy asked about this the first time. You can see LCX right here. This is our big area of upper resistance right up here at the top with our VP fixed volume profile. We'll put that up here. We'll make that orange so we can see it, and we'll lock it. And right now we're still in the same area that we were in when the first time he brought this to my attention. We got rejected up here at this major overhead resistance because it's got this cluster of volume right here. You see this? This cluster of volume is an area of upper resistance, just like this cluster of volume down here was an area of lower support and resistance. And then when you break above that, the gap area that I like to call it right there where the volume gets thin, you can trade through that very quickly, right? Same thing if you get on top of it. But then when you run up into it, it likes to act as resistance like it did back here in January of 24, April, or January of 24, April of 24, and then again December of 24, it got rejected. But this time it looks like it's doing more of a consolidation, and we're going to put some price labels on here. But first, we're going to get into the daily time frame, so that way we can make sure that we're putting it in an area we can see. You can see we had this ferocious pump from November, like all these other coins did, and it got right up into that major. Oh, we already got one. We can just clone it. And if you want to clone it, this is a little cheat. You just hit the clone. We got up into this major upper resistance where that cluster of volume is up there at about the 30 cents, and we got rejected. And then we got our major area of support clone down here at about 22 cents. And what we've had here, and we've had a target of 93 cents on a breakout, is what you got going on here is after you have this big run up, you had the big ferocious pump, and then you've had a down and sideways consolidation with falling volume, which is a very bullish consolidation. And you could say this is a bull flag, where you got your flag pull, and now you're down and sideways flag with your descending overhead resistance and your descending underneath support. And if you have a breakout, you bring that to the point of a breakout, and you can see that gets you right up there. Actually, the point of the breakout, would be down in here. Get you to the point of a breakout, and that gets you all the way up near this 90 cents, a 90 to a dollar. If it goes and breaks to the upside, and then you would watch the volume come back in. And right now, you're on the top side of that. We'll get in a little bit closer. Oh, we need to do the full screen for you, my audience. That way you guys can see everything. Let's go into the hour time frame so we can see this better. But you can see now how you've been trading. And in the hour time frame, we'll go move these down to where probably they should be. The dailies have the wicks, but the hourlies you can see right there. You can see we got our major support 1, support 2, support 3, support 4. So that gives you 4 hits over an extended period of time for about 60 days to validate that that is a major lower support regionally. And then on the upper end of this, it's the same thing. And let's pull out our industry exclusive YouTube made famous perching tool, not that lame ass line tool. You got resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a breakout. So you have 6 and 4 on the bottom side and 6 on the top side. So that validates exactly what we're looking at. And then you have your miniature breakout, right? And you come back for your final touch, your 4th time, 6th time get rejected, get held by the moving averages, most importantly this time. Then you pump up, and like you always, not always, but often do, you'll come back down and test it. And this is the big thing now. If this is going to be a breakout to the upside and make a nice run to 30 cents, you hold it as support like you're touching now, and then you make a run up to that 30-cent level. So that's what I'd be looking at in LCX now, that if you're going to try to break out of this 60-day formation, you hold this at the descending 22, 23 cent level, which is the top side of this upper resistance and what we're thinking is a bear flag or bull flag, excuse me. And then you can try to make a run up to the 30 cents. And then if you broke free of that, then you could try to fulfill the targeted move. But right now, this is a critical spot in LCX, is we're going to look to hold this 23 cents and confirm a breakout. And by confirming the breakout, you would hold this, come back up, breach this area right here, and continue up, and then you confirm a breakout. And then you would see how it goes after that. So that's what I'm looking at right now in LCX. And thank you, my good man, for asking about this. DIA we're going to look at, and then we'll get a look at XRP. We'll look at XLM, Bitcoin dominance, and our normal coins. But I wanted to get some of these coins in here for you guys because your subscribers are asking for it. And I'm a man of the subscribers and a man of the people. So if the people want it, the people will get it. Let's look at some DIA. And I believe he said he bought this at 60 cents. And again, comment down below and let me know to make sure that these are the actual coins, because there's so many coins and a lot of them have the same name. So just please let me know if these are the ones that you're actually talking about. I'm pretty sure they are. And if we look here, we always start with our super simple and easy technical analysis, JE. We get that VIX volume profile, and then we mark. See this little red line that snakes out like a snake? That's the actual mean and the most traded area. And we like to get the two most candles in there, and then we'll mark that. And we'll lock that. And that's the mean of the volume. And I always like to do the mean of the volume. And I'm going to have to remember to do this. I like to always make them red because that's just my way of knowing they're the mean of the volume. And then you go to the top side, and then you see how you get out of the mean of the volume, these two candles, and then look how suppressed. Not suppressed, but how much less volume there is. And that's why once you get above it, you can pump very quickly. You can pump very quickly because there's no more big volume candles where a lot of trading's taking place. And that's really all it is until you get up here. And then this would be your next major resistance level. And we're going to always make those orange. No, that's yellow. Always make those orange. And then I always lock it just so it doesn't get moved. And you notice how, look how quick you move through that gapped area and that gapped area. And then you get into the next major trading area. And then you have a resistance or trading because there's been a lot of trading there. And if we're looking at this now, what I'd be looking at, get our price labels. We're going to get back into the daily time frame and put our price labels. That way they're not looking like they're close to where we want them, but then they're really not. No, that's not our price label. I like to do that sometimes and make a mistake. We'll get our price note, price label. And you can see your upper resistance is 90 cents. And that's the orange trading resistance box. And then we'll go ahead and clone that. And we'll put one on your major underneath support, which is down here at the next gapped area at 49 cents. And right now, what looks like you may be having is you had your big pump, but unlike that beautiful down and sideways consolidation on the other one, this could be a couple of formations of a bull flag and also a short-term head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. And this might be a short-term reversal pattern. And if it's a head and shoulders short-term reversal pattern, you would go from the top of the head to the neckline to the point of a breakout. And that would be brutal. That would be a 49% correction from where you're at now. And that would bring you down near the 35 cents. So that's a pattern that we're going to watch. And we're going to have this on here so we can look at it and see over the coming days and weeks if this is exactly what this is. And there's your neckline, right? And we're going to make that very small just so we can pay attention to it. Oops. Get rid of that. And then we're going to lock this pattern just to see how these patterns, which one's actually going to take effect. We'll lock that. Or you could say, even though that's the most defined one, you could say there is some sort of maybe hidden bull flag here. But I'm hedging more that this is a short-term topping reversal pattern here based on what I'm seeing. You could say resistance, 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 resistance. And now you got your clear overhead resistance. And then make this easier, you clone that. And then you could come in on your underneath support and say support, 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 support. You could look at that, maybe even down a little bit more. You could say that's some sort of a bull flag there. But usually a bull flag is a little tighter, like you've seen on the LCX. But if you wanted to look at that and say maybe that this is something that you pay attention to too, to see a couple of patterns that are possible, to see which one actually plays out. But I would like to actually put it there because there's more. There's more to it there. You can see if we draw real quick, you got your resistance, your support, 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 support. So we're going to have both of these on here to see exactly which one will play out. Is this a head and shoulders short-term topping reversal pattern? which in that case, you would have a, oops, get that over here. We'll clone this. You would have, get that, oh, come on. See, that's why we lock these. Lock. That way when you're trying to grab other things, it won't grab them. And then we'll lock. And then when I want to grab that, it'll grab. We're going to watch both patterns, because if this is a topping reversal pattern from the neckline, we'll make this the same color blue that is. 38 cents would be your short to medium term underneath target. If this is a bull flag, on the other hand, you would go from the local start of this up to the top to the bull flag, bring it to the point of the breakout, and that would give you a top side target. We'll go ahead and clone that. A top side target of all the way up here at $3.11. I'm hedging, my man, that this is more of a short-term head and shoulders correction, and we have a little bit more downside. But the way you're going to follow this is to see if it breaks down past this neckline, which, oops, we don't want to do that. The neckline is right here at the bottom part of this yellow trading zone of 68 cents. So if you break the 68 cents, you're likely to come to the 49 cents and potentially to fill that targeted move. If you're going to break out of this bull flag, you can see you got your overhead resistance up here and you got your underneath support in the black. So those are the two areas that I would be watching out for right now in DIA. Velo is another one. Apparently, we've looked at this at some point. I was doing something with it. Velo right here, you can see has been very suppressed. I don't know if this coin goes farther back than what we're in now, but this is the information that I got on it. And you can see what we were looking at last time. We had this bear pennant or bear flag because it was a crash and now an up and sideways consolidation. Let's make this. I like making that green. Oops, I deleted it. Or I made it white. I like making it green. It makes it easier to see. And when I draw, I like to have it thicker. You can see it's been in a descending, a big crash since, if that's when the coin came out. And then since we were looking at it last time, we've been on this bear pennant. And the reason we call it a bear pennant or a bear flag is because you were falling down and then you get an up and sideways consolidation, which is a bullish continuation pattern, but potentially a bearish reversal pattern. If you look at the probabilities on how they break out, a reversal pattern in the bullish would have been like this, and then the down and sideways consolidation, and you would have had your same pennant flag formation, but angled down, because they like to break out the opposite way of the, of the way the pennant flag is, right? Where's my undo button at? Here's my undo button. For some reason, oh, there it is. For some reason, it's always a little sneaky devil. It's in here. Undo. We want to get that back on there. What we were trying to delete was this. These pennants, these pennant flags like to break out into the opposite way as the way that they're formed. So if they're angled up like this, they like to break down. They don't have to, but the probabilities say that. And then on the opposite side, like when you have a bull flag, you're up, and then you have the down and sideways flag, they like to break out to the opposite way, right, is the consolidation. So that's what I'm looking at here. And if you want to get healthy, you want to get on the top side of Velo where you're at now. We'll put a little marker here, and let's get into the daily time frame. We'll put a little marker on the top side of this too. Clone, get that up there. You want to hold and break out of this uptrending 29 cents and make a run at, or just under 3 cents and make a run up at 7 3/4 cents. But you can see you've been trying to break out of this once back here in April of 24, then you fall back in. Once back here in April, or now in 25, and now you're attempting to break back down into this area. So that's something that you need to see. You need to break out of this triangle to the upside. If not, you're going to continue to play support and resistance till maybe what the probabilities say, a potential breakdown to the downside, right? IOTA is in the same area. We're trying to break out of this to the upside, and we've attempted to do it again. And right now we peaked above it again at 36 cents. And we look to be coming back down in a short-term correction. And if you continue to fail to break out of this red trading box, you're going to probably come down to the mean of the volume, which would be near the 22 cents. If you want to get bullish and hit that $1.20, you have to clear this red trading zone in Velo and continue. And of course, like I said before, we got to focus this. Do not disturb, because we're getting a lot of notifications as weather notifications come out. But you got to break out of that and continue to give me subscriber requests, and I'll continue doing those for you and bring out the coins that you need. And it's always, if you want to support the channel, this channel will remain free. It's always been free. Become members of Jabroni Killer. Super chat to support the channel if you get some valuable information, or if I do something that you appreciate and like, and keep you all informed. It's not recommended, or it's not needed, but it is appreciated if you do that. And I noticed a few of you over the last few months occasionally will super chat after I give you guys a shout out or follow some coins that you ask about, or maybe even gave you some valuable information and education. And right now at the XRP, we did hit that $3.40 level that we were talking about. And you're doing the normal now in the daily time frame, hitting a major resistance level, a 7-year resistance level of a new all-time high. So you're starting to get those sell-offs and profit taking. And we're going to continue with the same TA that we've been doing. The moving average is the 50 now is slithered up to $2.21. The 100-day is now slithered up to $1.83. And the long-term moving average has again slithered up into the $1.36 level. And at some point, you will have to hit these moving averages, because it's been since November that you haven't hit them. And no matter what stock, crypto, coin you follow, they always come back to the moving averages and hit them at some point. Some take longer than others. But right now, that's what we're going to continue to watch. Can we get the bullish action to continue and get over the $3.40 and make a run up at a $12, between a $5 and $12 XRP? Or are we going to start to consolidate a little bit in the short term as people take profit? And we're going to continue to watch out for that to see how that plays out. But in the 4-hourly, you would look at the moving averages and then follow the moving averages in the daily time frame. And the 248 is your major underneath support now. And as long as you stay above that, you're short to medium term bullish. And as long as you stay above the 100-day and 200-day moving average, you're long-term bullish still, right? So that's what we're looking at in the XRP. And we're going to have another video come out tomorrow or later on today before the Lions playoff game and the divisional round. So probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The reason we're doing one this early and this extensive is because I fell asleep early last night, so I didn't make a video, and I apologize, and that's unacceptable and unprofessional, and we'll continue to never do that again. You can see we're still stagnating out in XLM. The 43 cents is your major bullish, short-term bullish. You got to stay above that 43 cents to stay short-term bullish. And then the moving averages. You can see XLM actually did hit the 50-day moving average for the first time since November. The 100-day moving average is now up to 33 cents, and the 200-day moving average is now up to 25 cents. And as long as you stay above the 200-day moving average in the long term, you're still long-term bullish. And as long as you stay above the 43 cents, you're still short to medium-term bullish and can maybe try to make a run at the old all-time high. And that's what we're watching out for there. Bitcoin dominance. You can see Bitcoin dominance recently over the last, I believe, 24 hours had a big run up now. And you can see that's coinciding with some of the sell-off yesterday and today in the altcoins after a very big pump in the altcoins, because you can see Bitcoin dominance has made a local rally from 57.28% and now retested that 58.69% Bitcoin dominance. And when Bitcoin dominance is rising, irregardless if the price of Bitcoin is rising at the same time, because people can pump back into Bitcoin even if Bitcoin's falling, because they're selling out some of their altcoins to put it back into Bitcoin, because that's the perceived safe haven. And that coincides beautifully with the recent sell-off. And you can see the moving averages in Bitcoin. You're at 95,000 long-term. Let's get out of there. Let's lock that just so it will let me move this. I don't know what this thing's problem is. Get out of there. If I wanted to buy you, I'd have bought you 5 years ago. Come on. The 100-day is down here at 89. And then the 200-day is slithering way up now at 79,000. So as long as you stay above the 79,000, you're long-term bullish, and short-term bullish as long as you stay above the 89,000 and change. Like, subscribe, and share to my lovely, growing, beautiful audience. Peace and love.